To say the last couple of months have been overwhelming would be an understatement. Between launching and managing my lure brand, trying to find a place to live, and battling an unknown medical issue, I've barely had time to fish. Now that we're on top of things, it's time to get out there, skip a few frogs, get some nibs, and download what's in my head into your head so you can come out and do this type of fishing as well. Nice barra. There's one. Oh, battles. Alright, good morning. We got the sun just poking up over the mountains now. I'm going to get everything in my head about frogging out, and then hopefully you guys can come out and do it as well. So we got a rising tide this morning, which is my sort of favourite. Morning rising tide seems to be very, very mint. So I'm going to show you how to rig it. I'm going to show you my setup. I'm going to show you the ground that we're fishing. I'm going to show you how to a bit of skipping. As we go, we'll just, little nuggets will come out, and beautiful day. We're going to get eaten by midgies. A little dugong over here. And yeah, let's just get in there and make a start, eh? Okay, so just a quick thing about gear. 4000 ITX carbon, TT rods, 3 to 6 kilo black mamba. So one piece at 20 pound braid and 50 pound floating leader, about, what's that, 30 to 40 centimeters. 6/0 hook with no weight on it, and the marshmallow skip frog. Now I've used this skip frog a little bit. It's caught a couple of fish, so I've just stuck 2 beads on the back and the front, just as your holes get a little bit flogged out. It's good to have that there just to give that extra little bit of, but straight out of the packet you should be fine. So this is what we're targeting here. A lot of this mangrove structure here where the water is coming up and the fish take the opportunity to come up here where they haven't been able to get to, and the bait's sort of moving up. There's a lot of mullet working along here. There's a little herring flicking. There'll be prawns in there as well. So this is the kind of ground that we're going to be exploring this morning, and just want to get into gaps like that and just wind him out slowly. It's just a slow retrieve and you'll get the little paddles. There is another retrieve where you can twitch just like that and the frog will pulse. So that's what we're sort of doing today. There is a lot of mullet working up over here. So that's what we're going to do. We'll chuck the head cam on and we'll see how we go. Skip him under there. Oh, we had to get that one little twig, didn't we? We did. See that? Just straight wind. He's just flapping away. And then if you slow it down, you can just do the little pulse, just like that. If a barra comes out, barras are typically the ones that need a bit of convincing. Sometimes the jacks, but not that often. Usually they're just keen. Oh, there's a little barracuda. Oh, large. Spooked a few now. That's annoying. Spooked a coupler. Buzz the front of this mangrove line here. Just to be one little stick. Oh, there's one. Oh, damn it. Bad. There's one. Yep. Oh, battles. Come on. Yep, got him. Yeah, good textbook spot for it, eh? Look at that. Textbook spot for him. There we go. Hey, he's not bad at all. Look at him. Very cool. Textbook. All right, good little fish. We got him underneath that overhang. The tide is just slowly coming up, and we're flicking under, and the sun is up, but we're on the side where there's still a bit of shadow. So shadows and overhangs, they're your best friends for this kind of stuff. So, and he was just lurking under there and smacked it. So we'll get that out. That frog is good as gold. This fish is as good as gold. So we'll get him back in and keep on trucking, eh? There you go. You can see he just came out of there. Nice little overhangs there, nice little spindlies. He did almost wrap us up. If they do wrap you up, you just got to release the tension, let them have a little bit of a play. They'll stop, and then you can go in and slowly just get them out. No use trying to reef them out because, you know, there's barnacles and things all over these. So we'll keep continuing down this edge. You see we've still got a lot of shadow, overhangs, sticks coming out. So that's sort of what we're fishing. All right, so with skip casting, a couple of things to keep in mind. First thing is just a little bit of line management. You don't want to have too much line out. So like here we've got like a whole rod length out, which is no good. So the shorter the better. So you want to rock about 30 centimeters of line or less. So about that much there. You can see we're nice and close to the rod tip. Now, if you've got too much line out, your lure's just going to flop and swing everywhere. So we try and avoid that, and your accuracy will go up. So that's the sort of the first thing. Second thing is a lot of people use bait casts because you can get a lot of accuracy and you can feather the spool and that. Spin, you can do it as well. I would highly recommend trying to get in the habit of holding your spool with your finger there, and you can sort of you can let one loop of line out. So it's just going to speed up your casting. And the other thing is, if your lure is just rocketing in there, you've just sent it, too many berries, you can just feather the spool, or you can just completely stop it. So you can do both those things. Just put your finger back on the spool and it's going to stop line coming off. So two very good tips there for line management. The next thing is, everybody has skipped a stone in their life. So whether you're good or bad at it, that's a different thing. But everyone skipped a stone as a kid. So it's the same sort of principle. You want to get as horizontal to the water as you can, and you want to flick it across and make it skip. So with a rod and stuff, you want to bring it, I like to bring it across my body, you know, like in this, or even sometimes a little bit angled down, just depends. But yeah, you want to get it down and flick it in there. If you're trying to flick it, skip it in like this, it's just going to hit the water and die. Yeah, and if you're too low, sometimes you can flick it up and it'll bounce up, or it'll just flick up, or it's just a bit haywire. So that's a good little tip there. And then the final thing with it that you'll have to try and put it all together is, you probably saw it when I just skipped just then, but when you skip it in, to get it to really float, you want to bring your rod up as it goes in. So that's going to keep your line tight. So if you just have it tight the whole way, you know, like you skip it in and it's just open, spool's open, just grabbing as much line, you're going to have all this slack line that's going to hit the water. So you want to try and keep your line up out of the water slightly on that, you know, angle, whatever that is, like not 45, but like maybe 30. And just bring your rod up, and what that'll do is, as your lure is skipping, it'll skip and then it'll want to dig in, but then your line's pulling it up a little bit again, and then it goes down and your line's pulling it up again. So that's the way I've sort of worked it out. So as you skip it and bring your rod up like that, and that'll keep you up, and you'll get that nice float, that nice hover over the top of everything. So hopefully that can help you. And then I guess the final thing with accuracy is just, it's practice, and try and let go of your finger or your line as your rod is coming to point at whatever you're trying to get into. So as you come across and you want to go in there, you let it go as your rod comes across and points to where you want to go. So yeah, hopefully those tips help you. And then biggest thing is time on the water. You're going to get snagged. I still get snagged because you're sending it into like some hectic zones, and sometimes you just can't help it. It hits a stick and it bounces the wrong way, and then it wraps around this, and yeah, so you will get snagged, but it's just time on the water and trying to pick the right spots. And that's all just about experience, really, is finding the right gaps, and try not to go sort of full on into head first into the, you know, real spindly stuff. Try and find an opening that you can skip up and into. So that's the whole game of it. So, but anyways, we'll get into a bit of fishing here. So you can see here there's a lot of spindly stuff, and I'm just trying to pick a hole. So there's a little hole in between these two spindle clumps, shorter line here. It's not that open, but I'll still get in there. And then yeah, just want to pick your little holes and then work it out from there. Oh, big barra in there too. You kidding me? You kidding me? Come out and swirled on it. Oh, he swirled on it. See if he's still around. I haven't got any GoPro on or nothing. Is he there? No. Yeah, one go. What a lazy bastard. So anyways, yeah, that's what you're doing. Just trying to pick the little holes and stuff. So I'm going to put a head cam on and actually do some fishing now and catch a couple of fish because they're here. They're here. Let's get into it. Get it in there somewhere. I reckon there's a fish in there. Yep. Big destroys. Oh, there he is. Yep. Ah, Jack. Big destroys. Oh, I have to go in. Did he get off? I don't know. I knew if I got it. No, he's still on. Just got to give him a little bit of line. Got me wrapped around that little twig there, right on the outside. There he is. Give him a little bit of line. He's not overly big. There we go. Knew there'd be one in there. Nice little fella. Look at that guy. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Alrighty. I knew you'd be lurking in there, mate. There we go. Oh. Full of beans, that little guy, eh? There you go. Frog's good. Another fish on the frog. Perfecto. Yeah, he was right in here. I got way up in there, and I bring it all the way back, and then sometimes you'll see the movement in there, like because they're sitting in there, they're sort of waiting, and then they see something coming, and then they, and that's what I saw. I saw the movement of water, and I was like, oh yep, here we go, we're on. So yeah, pretty cool. Could be one on this corner here, eh? You'd think so, wouldn't you? There'd be one in there. There's a lot of mullet in there. I'll send it. Oh, many fish in there. All mullet. Oh, oh no, there's a jack. Red one. Damn it. Fish galore in there. There's a red one too. There's a barra sitting in this snag right here. See if I can get him to eat. Spookage. There he is. Oh, come on. Yeah, he wants it. He wants it. He wants it. He overran it. Oh my god. Good barras, good barras. Yeah, oh my god. There's a barra. Oh my god. Oh. Spookages. Come on, eat it then. Come on, Jacko. Seriously, Jack. Oh, he's got it. No, he's good. Yep, now he's got it. And he's got me wrapped. No, he's out. That's what happens, man. They wrap you and then they just get a little hole and they just weasel their way out of it. Should have given him a little bit less pressure, but well, I thought I had him. Come on then, eat it. Hate them. Hate them. There he is. Got him. Little Jacko. Little Jacko. Smallies. Smally Jackos, eh? Spiky little suckers. There he is. Alright, small fella. Seeing a lot of red flushes in the mangroves. Maybe they're all just small fellas like him. But the barras are thick. They're just a little bit spooky. A little bit spooky. Hopefully they fire up here in a minute. That's one. Yep, got him. Good barra. Good barra. Oh, good little barra. Yes. Got him. How's that? Good job. Oh. Oh. Cranky. Cranky. Oh, there he is. Good Monday. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's fresh. Very fresh. How's that, a little Monday there? Oh, the sun just goes away as we needed to show him off. But yeah, look at that. Square in the top lip. Happy days. Look at that. Oh, they've been very spooky this morning, so it's good to finally get one that's very, very, very fired up. So that was cool. All right, we'll get him back in and we'll keep going. Surely we'll get a couple more. So yeah, happy days. Oh, yep. Oh, he got me stuck. He did. He got me stuck. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting that back, eh? Don't want to break, does it? I'll show you a little rigging tutorial if you're interested. If not, scrub ahead 2 minutes. So in this finger, this one in the middle. This goes inside. We're tying an FG, so we'll grab it with that finger. Oh. Okay, let me see if I can just do this fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10's good enough. Then I do this little locking loop where I go around and then in there like that. See how that wraps around, and then you pull that and it puts a loop in the braid just here, and then you just pinch that all the way down, and that's locked off now, so you can take all your tension off and you're sweet as. Now there's 2 different ways you can finish this. I used to do it with just half hitches, which is pretty self-explanatory, but we're going to go with a fancy risotto, which means you go up and around, and my line's a bit long, but just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we lay that line down above our knot, and then what we've got to do is transfer these loops to the other side. So we want to unravel them, so whichever way they're going, we go around. See how those loops on this side are undoing, and we're putting them on this side, and then I'm pinching them. So we do that until there's no more loops. 3, and 1 more, like that, and then I've got this bit of a loop here. I pinch that all there, and I pull this. This is our tag that we laid down before. You pinch that, and you bring it all the way down, and that cinches on top of your FG, and your little tag comes out in between where you did your wraps for your FG and the risotto. So yeah, just pull that down. Soft pine dowels. I'll do a couple of wraps around that. Do a couple of wraps around this one. I just give it a yank. I used to use my hands, but see how that sort of slipped and then bang. Sort of slipped and then bang, cinched in. So it's all cinched down. And then we just trim her up, and that's basically it. And we hit him with the, oh, windy. Oh, might have to do this out of the wind, but you hit him with the lighter and just melt his little end down. And there we go. That's perfect. Whooshka, bang, done. Happy days. Alright, in terms of hooks and things, this is a 6/0 unweighted EWG hook. We want to put a loop knot on the end. Boom, do a half hitch, granny, whatever you want to call it. In through the same way. In through the same way. So we go in the eyelet, in through the same way that that piece is coming out. Then we go 1, 2, 3, and then we go back in that way and that way. We're all nice and neat and tidy. Give that a pull. So then we got our loop knot. In terms of rigging the frog, we'll go a green one now. Come in these handy clamshells. Go with the green. We're in the green limousine. The lime. Okay, now you want to rig it like any other soft plastic through the nose, like this, right? And then you just want to give it a turn down. You'll see there's a little guide hole here. So you go in a little bit and then down like that. Boom, straight out the bottom. Then you push him all the way through. Boom, boom, boom. And then you've got some guide holes on the bottom here as well. You've got 4 guide holes. So with the 6.0, we're going to be coming out at that third one from the front. So if you want to use a 5.0, you go one back, so on and so forth. So just bend it up like this. So then the hole's there like that, nice and bent up, and then you'll just see it pop out this side. Bang, straight into the little channel there that I've made. And then, yeah, Bob's your uncle. Just before you use these as well, they're together at the back there, just to make sure they don't flop around and stuff in packaging, and make sure they're all nice and neat and tidy for when they get to you guys. So just do that and we're off and racing. This is perfect conditions for takes, for viral clips. There's one. Yep. Alright. Yep. Nutter. Absolute nutter. Okay. He's nuts. He's going stupid. He's got me wrapped around that. Come on. Ah. Yep. Got him out. Just take it easy. Take it easy. Bring him out here. Put that on spot lock. Wow. Very cool. Come here. Ah. He's going stupid. Stupido. Stupid. Good take, but oh, come here. Set in the net. Good hook set on him, but oh, he's good fish too. Yeah, he's alright. He's pretty good. I like that. Oh no, yeah, good hook set on him. Happy days, look at that. There we go, nice little specimen here on the flats. We were fishing this sort of edge of the creeks this morning where the tide hadn't quite got up yet, and now the flooding flats are starting to get a bit of tide on them, so we're up here, and these fish aren't up here for a haircut, so they're up here to feed. So there's a few getting around, so we'll keep going, but that's a beautiful little specimen, legal fish there. Happy days. Just keep cruising and see what we can come up with. Alright mate, ready, set. Bit docile, but he's alright. So you can see how shallow and clear it is here. It's a sort of a silty bottom. There's a couple of brim and a little jack just sitting over there, if you can see that. Just there, there's 2 brims. There's 2 jacks and 2 brims. So there you go, there's a few fish swimming around up here. So yeah, we'll keep going around this way. And this is sort of what we're fishing. And the height will probably get up to about that branch up there, so we still got a good meter for the tide to come in. So these little brims in here. There's a nice barra. Yep. Nice barra. Nice barra. Very nice barra. He's gonna do some flips and shit yet. Big spool grabbies to stop him going in there. Oh, that was textbook. Textbook. Oh! He's cranky. He is crank. Come here. Oh, he's at the boat. Stop. Oh, there we go. Oh, quick netting. Still got plenty of energy. Okay, he's full of beans, that guy. Netted him quite early on. He chased it all the way out. He came a long way for it. So another quality batter here on the flats. The jacks are still a little bit spooky. I find that they can be a little bit spooky. Just, you know, there's not quite enough water up here for them yet, and they're sort of spooking and they're coming and having a look. But the barras you can usually, they'll come and have a look and you can sort of tease them all the way out like that, and then just use that pulse method too, the legs are just pulsing along. But yeah, that's another quality barra here for the flats. So pretty happy. That frog's had a flogging. It's split now, just with how nuts he went, and another quality barra. Alright, barramundi, back in you go. Okay, back into your little sticks over there. That's it. Oh, straight down into that log. So yeah, you can see still not heaps and heaps of water here, but enough for us to get up here, and we got the motor pulled up a bit. So we'll keep cruising around this way, but yeah, looking very cool. Barra's just sitting down there, sulking. Got the best of him, eh? Alright, we got to re-rig, put a new frog on. Just depends, like sometimes you can have it for 4 or 5 fish, but just the explosiveness of these fish sometimes is unreal. So especially if they're pulling it up the line, and then your sort of braids cutting it, you know. So that's how easy it is. That's how quick and easy it is to rig those with those guide holes. Be like a real pro. There's one. Yep. Barra. Yep. Barra. That was a weird one because I've just put this lure on, and I didn't separate the legs, and I was just popping it, and the legs actually giving it quite a awesome popping sort of action. So I was like, let's just see if this works. Barely. Just hooked. Quickly get him in. Yeah, there we go. See, these legs are still attached, and I was just popping it along because that's just I'd never tried it, and I was just like, oh, I forgot to pull them apart, and I threw it in there and I went, actually that makes quite a good little popping thing. So yeah, that's something. There's another little action, and he's like right in the fleshy part there. Look at that. So yeah, nice little fella. Full of beans. Oh, full of beans. We'll get rid of him. Oh, full of beans, this little guy. So yep, off you go, little fella. But yeah, that's a cool little hack that I definitely had that in mind when I designed it. It's like a popping. I'll just quickly show you what I was doing with it. Look at that, he's just made a mess of that. Hey, he wanted it. He wanted that hard. I'll just show you what I was doing. I've just got those joined together like they come out of the pack to save you, just to save the shape of them, just in case. But yeah, I just threw it in like that, and I was just popping it like that. It just gives off a little pop, and yeah, he loved it. So there you go, the third little action for the frog. Alright guys, so that is it. It is 11:30. All my bites came in the first hour of that tide, in the first hour of that running tide. They were very fired up to get in the groves. You can see now it's high. It's not as high as it'll get, but it's high enough where it's just too much now. But yeah, very early bite. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you want some frogs, grab some frogs. If not, up yours. Alright, see ya.